So it's been a while since the release of Chapter 2 Remix, and I've been seeing all of my friends talk about it and just going back to the chapter and just saying how underrated it was and they didn't deserve all the hate. Not saying that I got a lot of hate, but I did see some hate, or most people were unhappy with this season, saying that like it had too many collabs or this and that. And yeah, in this video, I'll be going over everything that was in Chapter 2 Remix and why I think that it was underrated and didn't deserve all the hate that people gave it online. And just diving straight into the season and just revisiting it, checking out everything it had, all the collabs, all the cosmetics, everything, which were they were a lot of. But yeah, without further ado, let's just get straight into the video. The whole remix theme of like having the chapter 2 map and switching it up a little bit, I think that was done pretty well because like I just said, they did just import the chapter 2 map again really well. It felt like I was just playing chapter 2 again. But yeah, they added a little twist to it with all like the collabs and new POIs. I mean, the dog pound, when I first saw it, I thought it was going to be a POI like, oh, this is pretty bad and it's going to feel like creative the way like with the bright colors, and but it actually felt a lot like Battle Royale, and I found myself like going there most of the time, and yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. But for the other POIs, the M&M Grotto was also very popular when I first saw it. I wanted to get the minigun every game, but yeah, I'll leave that for the other categories. But yeah, I think it's really nice. There's no like new additions to the loot or anything. I mean, there was the Juice WRLD chug cannon, but other than that, I think it was normal. I mean, they had the Mythics for the bosses, but I think that doesn't really count because they're their own bosses and it's not like they're just straight from chapter 2. But yeah, so yeah, I think that the remix theme is pretty nice. I can't really complain, and I had lots of fun while just playing around with this theme. The collabs were pretty good in my opinion. I mean, the main collab that everyone was kind of like mad about was just Ice Spice, mainly because just she took over the shark and they had a massive, like
maybe shockwaves, but like the map is too massive, dude. It's massive. And do you know what else is massive? If we both got
I'm sorry I had to. But anyway, the massive little inflatable doll on the shark with Ice Spice on it. A lot of people were kind of like mad about that, saying like, oh, they ruined the shark and they ruined my favorite POI, saying that. And I kind of do agree because it does look really weird, and I just hate that like it's a mall now, and like, yeah, I just don't really like anything about this new shark. But everything else is pretty good. I mean, the dog pound is nice. I like how they put like the dog heads and the cars at the front is pretty nice. M&M Grotto is basically the same. It's just the inside plays the rap god music, and you can kill the boss for the minigun that I would used to get all the time. And what else was there? The yacht was still the same, and the rig was still the same. But yeah, yeah, it's just the collabs are pretty nice. I mean, the skins themselves, yeah, they were fine. Ice Spice was fine. Snoop Dogg was pretty good. Eminem was alright. Not as good as his other skins, but he's still not a bad skin. And yeah, Juice WRLD was my favorite out of them. But yeah, just great POIs, great skins, great weapons. The Mythics were some of the best that we've seen in a while. We had the Dog Pound, M&M's Grotto, the Yacht, the Rig, the Shark. Yeah, for the Dog Pound, they had the Drum Gun, which is literally just Minus's Drum Gun, but I'm pretty sure it had, like, I might just be tweaking, but I'm pretty sure it had like increased fire rate or something, but if it didn't, I'm pretty sure that was literally the same. For the shark, they changed up the scar a little bit, so instead of it just being a mythic scar, it has the ice spice wrap on it, and it just looks kind of like ice spice steams. I don't think there was anything else different with that. And they also had the mythic grappler, which just gave you icy feet. So yeah, the yacht, that was still the AR, the heavy AR that they dropped there. The rig had the boom bow. I'm not sure if that's new. I think that was in chapter 2, but I can't really remember. And Juice WRLD's exotic was also pretty nice. It gave you like the jump effect, and also it would splash you just like a normal choke cannon. For Eminem, they had the like rap minigun that would shoot out lyrics. But yeah, all of these were actually pretty good. I mean, Ice Spices was basically the same as a Mythic Scar. Same for Snoop Dogg's drum gun. But yeah, other than that, they're new additions and I like them. And yeah, just Fortnite, keep cooking. The cosmetics are also really good. I mean, I know I've started every single one of these like little talks saying this was also really good and this was really good, but I do actually have a few bad things to say about this. But first I should get straight into the good things. I do really like all the collab skins, like Juice WRLD's really good, Snoop Dogg was done basically perfectly. All the Battle Pass skins were good. I mean, Meowdis, I liked him. He was a pretty good, like, max tier. I wouldn't say tier 100 because it was only like 50 levels for this. So I guess tier 50? I don't know how that works. But yeah, and I really like the, like, mashup Guff skin. That was one of my mains during this season. And yeah, the new Eminem outfit was alright. I mean, I bought it because I was an Eminem fan at the time. I mean, I still am, but not a big fan of him anymore. But yeah, yeah, the skins are pretty good. All the Battle Pass skins were nice, especially like the Chaos Director skin. I really like the new take on the old Chaos skin. That was really nice, and I mained that as well for a bit. But the Jordans, this is one of my main problems. Obviously it's not just Jordans, they were called Kicks, and they added a bunch of them, like, they just added Crocs, I think. But yeah, I just don't really like them. I mean, they're nice and all, but I just don't think they're worth, like, their price point and stuff. But other than that, pretty good. Anyway, that's all there is for the video, and that's why I think that Chapter 2 Remix was underrated. I just think that too many people were like hating on it online, mainly just because of Ice Spice, because I know that most people are angry just because of the shark and Ice Spice like that, but I know some people are like angry for other reasons because they put too much into it and it just didn't feel like Chapter 2. And you know, I kinda like do agree that it didn't really feel like Chapter 2, but it still did have that like little charm of just running around, and the map was so simple and it's just really nice. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video.